Hey friends, it's Michelle with Rising Sun Oracle. Welcome to Tea and Tarot with Rising Sun Oracle. I welcome you back for another edition. Thanks for hanging around. Thanks for tuning in. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and share your comments. We are, I am, you're going to be too, super excited to see who my next guest is. I am welcoming today Kandi of the Love Oracle. Kandi, say hello.
Hi, thank you so much for having me here. I'm so excited.
It is my pleasure. Thank you for joining us. Off camera, Kandi and I were sharing how much we are so twinning hard today in this view. I don't know if you guys have a look at this. We both have green backdrops. We have the same kind of style of glasses, gray tops. This is funny. This is the way our energy works together. We're two peas in a pod here. So, my dear,
of our lives.
I know. If you could, I would love for you to share with the audience who you are, what you do, and what services you offer. You're very gifted in many areas. So I want you to share all of what you got today with our friends here on Rising Sun Oracle.
Okay, so my name is Kandi. As the Love Oracle, I am a twin flame, soulmate, guide, relationship expert. I just help people who are on the twin flame soulmate journey get guidance within energies within the twin flame community, and kind of how to navigate twin flame and soulmate relationship. And ultimately, it's about working within yourself, because that person is just a mirror to you. So ultimately, I'm coaching you, but your relationship is the catalyst for it. So in the bigger picture, I also have holistic well-being with Kandi. I am a Reiki master and a life coach for holistic well-being. And so that's for, a broad spectrum of people, and not just relationship specific, to, just help people heal and grow and work within higher vibrations as they go through their spiritual awakening. And then of course, once you're spiritually awake, you just kind of keep awakening as you keep getting more in line with your higher self. And so I help guide people through that. It's really fun.
Given that you offer such sage advice, and a lot of what people come to you for is advice around the journey, I wonder if you can share with us a little bit, maybe even just advice, just general advice on the journey. I leave it with you to share what you'd like to share with people today about the journey.
Wow. First of all, I just want to say there's hope. Because I feel like that's what people need to know. And it's not a catch-all if I'm saying it's hope that one day you are going to get where you want to go. Am I ever going to feel good again? Because, in the beginning, you meet someone and it's super intense. And then it's amazingness. And then all of a sudden, all these issues start popping up, and it's your opportunity to see what aspects of your life want to change. And, for me, with meeting a twin, I just kept also being an empath and having so much healing to do and learning more about who I am and how to work with energy. I kept getting pulled by his energy, and I've really had to learn to let my energy be the number one guiding force. But I did that by his energy helped guide me to being able to learn to do that. And so that's really what this journey is about that person becomes a guide that you can, in this physical world, to help guide you to where your soul has been longing for you to go your whole entire life. And your willingness to be a part of the journey is what will get you there. Some people get through this with, it's cancer, or it's something else that guides them. And for us, it's a twin flame soulmate journey, and it's intense, but there are things you can do, and there is hope.
I wondered if you could share with us sort of maybe what was your catalyst to the start of your journey?
Perfect. I was married. My brother had passed away from pancreatic cancer, and that in and of itself is pretty life altering. And you know, when someone really that close to you passes away, you start just thinking a little bit more about death and the people you care about. And within my marriage, I was having a hard time, like, with the idea of if I lost my husband. And honestly, the idea of losing my husband scared me more than the idea of losing my children. And I thought there's something feels off about that to me. And I started praying, and I was like, okay, God, what do I do with this? I don't even feel good saying that out loud. Like, to me, that just sounds so horrible. And I prayed about that. And not long later, keep in mind, my marriage was my number one. It was my number one. It was, you know, we were getting ready to celebrate our 10-year anniversary. And I thought, if I can get to 10 years of marriage, then surely my marriage is safe, which meant I was married at the expense of myself. My marriage came before me. And that's the part that I was blind to. That's the part I was unawake to, that I wasn't the person showing up. I was just showing up as someone's wife. And so that's pretty much how I called in my twin flame experience. I soon after met my twin, and keep in mind, nothing else had ever gotten my attention off my husband. And I was like, uh-oh, what's going on? This isn't good. But that's what got me to wake up. It's what triggered my heart chakra and got me to wake up and start seeing life, seeing life in new ways, seeing there was more to life. And it's what activated my gifts and put me back in touch with Reiki, and just really helped started opening up my intuitive and spiritual gifts.
So you do Reiki, you do candle healing, you do cards.
Yeah.
Out of all of these little elements, do you have a particular go-to that you is your number one, or that you are more drawn to when it comes to healing?
Yes, Reiki. Reiki is, I mean, you know, cards can be a nice, quick little guidance. I don't want to say answer, guidance. To me, candle healing is amazing to really, what's the word I want to look in, seal in what I've done, say through Reiki or a card reading. But Reiki is how I can really tap in, and I can get a lot of intuitive guidance to help the person get a better idea of what might be going on, what they might want to address for healing, what's begging to be addressed first, things they may not be consciously aware of. And then I can actually, you know, help work with their energy through that. And so to me, it comes very naturally to me, and it's my most powerful tool. But everything I do is just so intuitively guided through all of it. So even this conversation we're having, I had no idea what was going to come out today.
Guides lead me, be with me, show me the way.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
I appreciate you being here with us today and sharing your wisdom with us. Would it be possible to ask you to do a short little reading for the collective to see how your gift gets transferred out there and how people can receive a message from you?
Yes, I would love to do that. So this is how it always works for me. You know, I don't really know what Spirit wants to talk about, but before we even got started, I was guided to which decks to pull out because I have lots of them, and I just know that the messages are going to be perfect for whoever is watching this. And so I'm like, I have the decks, and Spirit's going to kind of guide me along and tell me what we're doing here.
Wonderful.
First, I have some animal spirit cards. I really, really love the energy in these cards. They're so, so beautiful. And I have my weird little method for how I kind of clear and activate the deck with the energy. So just bear with me.
Is that how you clear?
Yes.
That's not weird at all.
Well, I do the knock, but I throw in a Reiki symbol with them. Okay, so the message is elk. If I'm reading this correctly, that's a... Unfortunately, the book is not intuitive or in alphabetical order, so it's always fun to find it. Okay, elk. It's an earth energy. Says stable, resilient, headstrong, the father. The great elk represents the earth element in its masculine form. This means it provides underlying support and stability amidst life's many changes. An elk personality, whether male or female, is fully established in themselves and knows their core values. They become known and respected for acting in ways that uphold those values. Sometimes the elk's ego can become inflated, but for the most part, they make damn good fathers, mothers, lovers, and friends. The world needs more elk energy. So if you're listening to this, you have an opportunity to help bring more of that into this world. When in balance, the energy is supportive, kind, consistent. When out of balance, it's pretentious, high, and mighty. To bring into balance, eat and drink more consciously. And, you know, I feel like probably mostly women are going to be hearing this. And to me, it just reminds me of what you run into being at work and how like we do run into a lot of those egos when we're out in the work world. And then especially if we're spiritually awakening, we're like, oh, I just want to sit in this spiritual world. It's like you need a break from that masculine world. And so what I'm getting is if you can spend some time each day looking for where you did see this elk energy, where it was supportive, kind, consistent, even if it's within yourself or just where it was reflected back to you in the world, where, you know, someone was in their core, working in their core values. And, you know, to me, I was hearing like king's energy. And if you can just spend a couple of minutes focusing on where you saw that in your day, whether from yourself or others, then you're going to continue to be calling in that energy and see more of it in the world. And so, you know, that's really kind of the time period we're in, is really up leveling the masculine energy in this world. And it's happening a lot through the divine feminine, but then it's got to balance. We can't just have divine feminine energy. It's got to balance. So we're going to use your deck. Did you have a question?
I did not have a question, but I did have a message for you to go with that.
Oh, perfect.
I got a message for you.
Oh,
about that last card. We off camera we were sharing about another adventure that Kandi's undertaking. I took from that there's a message in there for you about your health and stepping into your power and really manifesting great opportunities for yourself that are related to your health, and taking the time to step into that powerful energy there.
Woo! I love it. We're about to see what chakras we're working with for these energies. And I think you heard me say this is your deck. The underlying energy, the root chakra, confidence.
Yay!
I tell you, when I was showering and doing my self Reiki, like my root chakra. It was like it was on fire. I was like, what? Oh, let's get that baby balanced. Oh, and the heart chakra, joy.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yes, and that's why I love that we've gotten to spend so much time just laughing as we've been working together. Things that I've been doing a lot more of, and it's something you and I do a lot of, is just each morning reaching out to a few people and just being like, good morning, beautiful. Good morning, gorgeous. It is amazing how that message can just really turn on your day and set a tone for it. Like no matter how you slept or what you are not looking forward to for the day, it's just wow. All right. Clearly, Spirit is all about giving us ways to just really step into our best days from the get-go in the morning. This is a unicorn deck. Unicorns are very high vibrational energy, and I've just recently started working with them because they're so high vibrational. Okay, and the message is moving. Change is happening, so be prepared to move physically or spiritually. We all have stuff going on. Like I heard that message before we hopped on, like change is coming. Like,
And again, once again, off camera, we were talking about change. Good things coming.
yes. The unicorn in this is so bright and white and pure radiant light. And that's where, you know, the more we can just focus on pure white radiant light and we just call it in and it surrounds us and it just creates magic. It really does. Okay, now I've got the Akashic Tarot. This is a really pretty deck, and let's just see, this is gonna just be a little bit more guidance. Okay, and this is the first card in the deck, the Oracle of Delphi. And what I'm getting is just that goes along with the change. Like, it's like a new era is really about to begin. Bunch of words I'm not used to pronouncing. The Pythia, or the priestess at Delphi, sits upon a high three-legged seat. Steam gently rises from a small fissure in the ground. Nearby, a robed priest prepares to write upon an open scroll. While the Pythia physically receives the perceptions from Apollo, it is the priest who interprets her pronouncements. In this, we see the two important keys in psychic experience: perception and interpretation. When you receive this card, you're in a time of great insight and psychic power. Even if you don't recognize it yet, it lies very close to your consciousness because you have used this gift in so many past lives. You may get images or feelings without knowing how to interpret them. Take notes as you practice both your psychic perceptions and their interpretations. Just as they gave the Oracle of Delphi a profound awareness, your psychic perceptions and their interpretations give you a powerful insight and an Akashic vision of the world. Close your eyes and go within. Feel your psychic energy growing, expanding upward from the very depths of your being. Now notice the first thing that you sense. And that is just amazing. Sounds like more people are going to be waking up, opening up to their psychic gifts and using them more and more. And that's just going to be so beautiful.
Aww. Thank you for sharing with us those beautiful messages. Thank you for sharing my deck. You're the second person to use it on Tea and Tarot. I'm so touched and honored by it. Thank you.
Your deck is amazing. So thank you for bringing it into the world.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So friends, this has been Kandi of the Love Oracle. I will post her information above below, depending on what platform you're using. I thank you for joining us, Kandi.
Thank you so much for having me. This has been so much fun.
It's been a pleasure to have you. Friends, I leave you with a goodbye and thank you for joining us again today here on Tea and Tarot. We'll see you next week. Take care, everybody. Bye, Kandi.
Bye.